Hi coaches, how are you doing? Today is Happy Coaching Hour and I'm Krista Kathleen. I am a life coach and I focus on female entrepreneurs, helping them to start and grow life coaching businesses. And today we're going to talk about opt-ins. I get a lot of questions around this, so that's how I chose this topic. And for the longest time, I used to be confused about opt-ins as well. I remember when I first started working with my life coach a couple of years ago, and she was talking about opt-ins, I was like, no idea what you're talking about right now. And it took like 10 different people talking about them before it like finally sunk in. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what it's used for, why it's important. So today, let's just keep things simple, and I'll try to explain it in a way that makes sense. And even if I say it in a way that doesn't make sense, maybe I'll plant the seeds and then someone else will say it and it'll sink in finally. But if you are starting a coaching business or you already have a coaching business and don't have an opt-in, I would highly recommend thinking about one, because it's a great thing for your sales funnel and to attract paying clients. So let's talk about it. And just so you know, I'm coming to you live right now from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I am a digital nomad and I have been working around the world for the past 2 years. So one of the great things about being a life coach is if you have your Wi-Fi, you can work from anywhere in the world. It's amazing. All right, so what is an opt-in? An opt-in is a free gift or a free offering, or can also be known as a lead magnet. And this is something that, think about if you're fishing and you're not just going to put the hook into the ocean. That's not going to get any fish onto your hook. What you need to do is you need to put the bait onto your hook, right, to attract the fish. So it's kind of the same concept, right? If there's so many people, there's a lot of coaches out there, right? But you want people to be attracted to you and your work and your content and your offerings. So you need to bait them somehow. And this is not in any ways dirty or slimy or anything like that. This is just kind of a way to understand it. So we need to put the bait on the hook. And sorry, I took some notes. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So basically, we're paving the way right now. Also, another example to think about running your business as dating and relationships. And you want to take the time to get to know somebody. You want to go on dates with them before you commit and be someone's boyfriend or girlfriend or even commit to being married. So it's the same thing. Someone is, if they don't know you yet, they're just not going to come out of thin air and say, I want to work with you one-on-one and pay you like $500 a month or $1,000 a month to work with you. It just doesn't happen. People need to experience your energy and your value and your content first before they're going to commit to working with you. So this is what our opt-in is going to offer us today. And we want to be able to build an engaged audience as well. So the next thing is, where would you find an opt-in? And you would find that on your website. So you want it to be on your home page, either somehow in the right-hand upper corner, or you could put it at the top of an announcement bar. And then you also want it to be offered on all your other pages as well on your website, because if someone lands on just one page and they stay there but they don't go to your home page, you don't want them to miss that opt-in offering. And then once people opt into your opt-in, it will take them into your email marketing system. So you will need to have this set up as well. Two really popular ones right now are MailChimp and ConvertKit. And with MailChimp, you can have 1,000 people on your email list before you have to pay anything, and then ConvertKit is $35 a month. And I've used both. I'm trying to currently get MailChimp set up again. I may be switching over to ConvertKit though here very shortly. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so let's see. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, another reason to have opt-ins is because you want to build your email list. And the reason that you want to have an email list is because, say you have a Facebook group. Well, what happens if one day like Facebook vanishes or somehow you violate a Facebook rule And then all those years of trying to get those people in there, they're just all gone, and you don't have their information anymore. So if you have people's emails, you'll always have that stored and saved, and always use that as backup. So it's a great idea for every female entrepreneur to have an email list. All right, so next question is, how do I think of an opt-in? So one of the things is so working as a new coach, you can start working with pro bono clients and paying attention to the questions that they ask, the problems that they're having. Just paying attention to these things, because if more than one person is struggling with this is how you can create content and a solution that is going to help them to get from step A to step B, which is what we do as coaches, right? We guide people to fill in the gaps. And so how cool is it that you can create a simple free offering that already is helping people with your services, is already getting them from point A to point B. So they're getting value before they even work with you on one-on-one. How great is that? So pay attention to those problems that clients are having. Also, notice about any myths or misconceptions in your industry as well, so you can address those solutions through your opt-in. And just remember, your opt-in must solve a problem. It must be an easy yes. So you want people to be excited to sign up for your opt-in, right? Because if they're excited, then it's an easy yes. And it must be consistent with your core message. So if you don't know what your core message is yet, I would suggest figuring that out. That would be a good idea. And just so you know, some of this content I am getting from Inner Glow Circle, which is the ICF accredited coach training program that I am currently going through, which I highly recommend if you want to become a certified professional life coach like myself. And then I also did a course on Udemy through LaChusa, and so I got some of the content from her as well. Here. Okay, so things to consider as you're creating your opt-in. Some things you want to consider is, what is the age of your ideal client, right? You always want to be thinking, when you're creating things, you always want to have like a specific person in mind. So think of your ideal client, or if you're already working with clients, your favorite ideal client, and that is going to make it so much easier to create the content. So what is the age of your ideal client, and are they tech savvy? Because if they're not tech savvy, you're going to want to keep it really simple because you don't want them to be confused and not understand how your opt-in works. Also, do they love info? Do they like to read? Do they like to watch videos? Are they ready to put something into action? Do they want to learn more info about themselves? Do they want something tangible in their hands that they can print out and hold? And you also want to make sure that there is not too much info. I know a lot of times we get so excited to share everything we know, but this is something, your opt-in, you want it to just be short and sweet and easy for people to digest and use and get the benefits right away. And remember, we live in a society too now with instant gratification, so people want results quickly. You also want your opt-in to look professional and to be consistent with your branding. So making sure the fonts and the colors, and again, the core message is consistent. I'm going to have my website developer / graphic designer design mine and do the copywriting for it, because this is going to be, if no one's ever met me before online and they're going to download my first thing, I want to make sure that it looks professional and sounds good. But if you can't afford right now to outsource this, then you can always just easily do it yourself as well. My first couple opt-ins I designed myself, but now that I've been running my business for a little bit, this is something I can outsource, and I just rather not do it myself. I'm like, someone else can take care of the fun design stuff, thinking of the words to say, so that way I can focus on coaching, which is my favorite thing to do, and creating videos like this. And you always want to make sure that you have a call to action and an offer at the end of your opt-in, because that's the reason that you're creating it. It's not like to just give someone something and then say, all right, goodbye, good luck. It's to offer an invitation to maybe do a free consultation call with you to go over the results, or maybe you introduce your next offering, which is a low-cost item, which could be like an ebook maybe, or a online course or something like that. So again, this is taking someone through a sales funnel, which is just taking them through a beautiful journey from first finding you online to eventually maybe working with you one-on-one and investing in you as a coach. Also, too, you want to make sure that you're checking on the conversion rate, so that anyone who's coming onto your website, you want about 10 to 25% of people ending up signing up for your opt-in. And you can check that on your website analytics. Okay. 10 minutes already. Wow. All right, we're almost done. So now to the juicy part of this video is opt-in ideas. So the first one could be a challenge with end results. So some examples of that would be a challenge to help people to get visible on social media. And remember, this challenge could be like 24 hours, it could be 5 days, 7 days, 30-day challenge. So whatever you think is a good amount of time to get people the results they need. Also, there could be like a self-care or self-love challenge. I saw a smoothie detox one, like it was 7 days, and can you make a smoothie for every day of this week and then notice how you feel after having a smoothie every day. So it also depends on what type of coach you are. Obviously, if you're doing a smoothie detox, you're probably a health coach, right? I would not do a smoothie detox probably for working with female entrepreneurs. That would not be consistent with my core message. The second one is creating like a how-to guide, which could be anywhere like from 1 to 5 pages. And so this is basically like you want to provide information that's going to be a little bit deeper than a Google search, just to help provide clarity and put all your knowledge together. And again, remember, keep this as simple as possible. Don't overdo it. If you're already like freaking out, like, how am I going to do all this, design all this, you might be making it way too more complicated than it really needs to be. So one of my first coaches in our Glow Circle, Shannon Whaley, she created an opt-in, and it was how to write a welcome series newsletter for opt-ins, because she first started out as a business coach. So that was like a how-to guide she created. Another one I thought of is how to change your life in 3 steps if you're a life coach. If you're a health coach, how to get a bikini body or a bikini beach ready body in 7 days. So something along those lines. The next one is creating a workbook. This is something that people could possibly print out and hold in their hands, or maybe they download it and they fill it out online. And I remember I took a Pinterest course, and so I got a free workbook talking about how to like navigate Pinterest for my blogs, or you could do it for Instagram if you're like a social media coach. Created an Instagram workbook. If you're a money coach, it could be like a budgeting money worksheet. So those are all some really fun ideas. And then number 4 is you can do a live event. You can do a webinar, Facebook Live. You can do something on the Zoom video conferencing platform. This is a great way to connect with your audience and for them to see your face, hear your voice, feel your energy. So basically how this would work is you'll set up the event, and I highly recommend to create an event in Facebook, and then they would have to either maybe they register for your event beforehand, which on Zoom, if you do by the webinar package, you can do a registering link, and then you'll get their emails that way. Or anyone that attends the event, you can ask them for their emails afterwards, and always make sure you get people's permission too. Of like, hey, can I get your email so that way I can offer you, remember, always lead with value. I can offer you all kinds of great things or services or products with whatever your coaching business focuses around. Next one is a quiz. So this is great to help people to learn more information about themselves. Series Mooney has a brand alchemist quiz to help online entrepreneurs figure out their brand identity, which I put that link in my group last week, and people absolutely loved it. So I highly recommend checking her out. Her name is spelled Ceerismooney, I believe. Hold on, let me just double check that. Yeah, Ceerismooney, Ceerismooney. You go onto her website and you can take her free test just to, kind of see what a quiz opt-in could look like, and to take it for your own business, because who doesn't want to know their own like soulful brand type. So, and then number 6 is you can do a video series. So you can create videos on YouTube and then have like a video a day sent to their email inbox. You can be teaching something or demonstrating something. That would be really fun to do. And then you could also do an audio series, kind of the same thing, but it would just be a recording of your voice. I think like if you were a yoga instructor, it'd be really cool to have like maybe to get people to meditate for a week. And so every day in their inbox, they get a audio, like a 5 or 10 minute audio recording of you doing a meditation. I think that would be really fun. So, all right. That is about it for our opt-ins talks. Also, let's cover the follow-up part really quick too. I'm sorry, this is getting long. So much info with opt-ins. Okay, so after someone gets your opt-in, you don't want to just like forget about them. It's kind of like a relationship as well, right? The more that you get to know someone, the more that you like them. Same thing for you and your business. So you will set up an automated follow-up series after someone receives your initial opt-in. So we'll just quickly go through that, okay? So on day 0, they are going to get the content that they signed up for on your website, and just thank them, of course. And invite them in the email to connect with you via replying to the email or joining your Facebook group, or you can put your scheduling link in there, invite them onto a call. And then 2 to 3 days later, you can send them another email. And remember, this is all going to be automated, and you can set that up through MailChimp or ConvertKit. And so the second email is going to be delivering the opt-in again, just in case it went to their spam mailbox, or they forgot about it, or it's just another way of like, here, did you get this? If not, here it is again. And then you can give them even more value. You can say, here's a blog post that I recommend, or you can do a video or audio recording or something to just keep giving them content. And then also you can tell your story as well, either in this email or another email. As a life coach, it's really good to go deep and connect with your audience and tell them whatever your story is. So you can do that in an email as well. Then a couple days later, you can introduce your offer, whatever it is that you're offering. Maybe it's to work with you one-on-one, it's a coaching program, or it's like an online course or an ebook that you have. And always remember to lead with value, value before business. And then another email that you can do after that is to share a testimonial from a client that you're working with. I highly recommend, if you have some pro bono clients, to get a testimonial in exchange for them getting your services for free in the beginning. And then the last email you can do is answer their number 1 objection that they have. So how will this offer transform their life despite the objection that they have? So like signing up for a coach training program can be a little bit of an investment, right? Anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 or more. So saying that, explaining that how this is going to help transform their life. And then, of course, after that, you'll be sending out blasts to your email list anywhere maybe from once a week or every other week. I would recommend doing it more than once a month, because you don't want people to forget about you, but then at the same time, you also don't want to be spamming their email box like every day or like 5 days a week, because people will quickly get annoyed and tired with that. I know that I do. So, all right, I hope that helps. That was a lot of information. If you still have questions or need any support around this, please reach out to me on Facebook. I'm Krista Kathleen, or also Krista K Coach, or you can email me at hello@kristakathleen.com, and I'd love to help explain this better for you, or to bounce ideas around and help you to come up with your own opt-in for your coaching business. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all. Namaste. Bye.